Good morning, students. Hope you all are good and fine. So, today the topic that we are going to see is Chapter 7 Stock Exchange. So, what is stock exchange? So, before we just get into the chapter, we will just quickly recap what is a stock exchange. Stock exchange is the place where the stocks are traded and sold in the market. So if you want to purchase or if you want to sell a stock, so it is the place where it take place. So let's see the lesson now. Stock exchange. The chapter, if you just see the learning objectives, it is about the origin, meaning and definition of stock exchange. Stock exchanges contribute in a huge measure to the growth and expansion of national business and to the ultimate benefit and well-being of national economy. So it is a major contribution that with the stock exchange only we are able to get one of the major portion in the national economy. So it provides as an ideal conduct through which enormous amount of capital flows through the interconnected networks of financial organizations to all corporate enterprises in the country. And the stock exchanges actually it plays a major role in the financial assets in the economy. Okay, let's see the next topic now. The stock exchanges and organized market provide a place for the investor to buy and sell securities freely. So it is a place where we buy and sell the stocks freely. The market offers perfectly competitive conditions where a large number of sellers and buyers participate. It is a place where many people participate into it and they buy and then they sell the stocks. Further, stock exchanges provides an auction market. You know what is auction, right? Auction in Tamil it means ALM they'll say. So that is what we call it as auction. Auction means the place where they will give the product for sale. So one particular price they will keep the auction and then they will sell it off. So in which members of the exchange participate to ensure continuity of price and liquidity to investors. The efficient functioning of the stock exchange is responsible for creating a conducive climate for an active and growing primary market for new issues. Moreover, an active and a healthy secondary market in existing securities lead to a better psychology of expectations, considerably broadening the investment inquiries and thereby rendering the task of raising the resources by entrepreneurs easier. So good performance and outlook, if you want to get it for the equities, it will be a part of the stock exchange only. So now let's go for the stock exchange, the origin of stock exchange, the meaning and definition. So I think you can see in the picture, Amsterdam Stock Exchange is considered as the oldest stock exchange in the world. It was established in the year 1602 by a Dutch East India Company called Verenigde Oost Indische Compagnie called VOC. It was later rechristened as Amsterdam Beurs. The first stock exchange in India was the Native Shares and Stockbrokers Association. It is nothing but the BSE Stock Exchange they call it as. The current name for this is BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay, it was recognized by the Government of India on August 31st, 1957 under the Securities Contract Regulation Act. So if you want to sell or if you want to buy any stocks or any rules and regulations which have been governed for the stock exchange, which will be regulated and monitored and which is governed through this act, which is the Securities Contract Regulation Act of 1956. Okay, so it became the Bombay Stock Exchange subsequently. It means I already told you that Native Shares and Stockbrokers Association is the Bombay Stock Exchange that we have today. Stock exchange is also called as a stock market or a share market. We know very well, the place where we call for the stock market. Stock market means where we sell the stocks, and share market means where we sell the shares. For example, if you buy a share from a stock exchange, you can even buy a share from a company, or even if you want to buy the securities is otherwise called as a stock. So if you want to buy a securities also, you can buy. So both you can trade through the stock exchange itself. And it is one of the most constituent of capital market. Stock exchange is an organized market for the purchase and sale of industrial and financial security. It is a convenient place where trading in securities is conducted in a systematic manner as per the certain rules and regulations. It performs various functions and offers useful services to investors and borrowing companies. It is an investment intermediary and facilitates economic and industrial development of a country. Stock exchange is an organized market for buying and selling corporate and other securities. As I already told you, it is an organized place. It is a marketplace and it is an organized one where you buy and you will sell the corporate and other securities also. So here the securities are purchased and sold out as per the certain defined rules and regulations. So you have certain rules and regulations which is set by the SEBI. So I'll be teaching you about what is SEBI and all. So when you just slowly get into the chapter, you will get to know like what is SEBI and what is the stock exchange and what are traded in the stock exchanges and all that you will get to know. So here the securities are being purchased and it has been sold out as per the certain well-defined rules and regulation. It provides a convenient and secured mechanism or platform for transactions in different securities. So you can just handle with the different securities also. I told you, no, you have two kinds of stock exchange being traded. That is like stock market is also there, and you have share market also, where you have securities and the shares are being sold into it. So here securities are purchased and sold out for certain well-defined rules and regulations. It provides a convenient and secured mechanism of our platform for transactions in different securities. So you have different procedures to be followed. You know what is RBA, right? You would have learnt in 11th standard. So you have so many norms and rules to be followed for an RBA. Like same way, for a stock exchange also you have so many rules and regulation, but it is governed by the SEBI, okay? So Securities Exchange Board of India. So they are the regulatory authority who will be taking care of the complete rules and regulations in selling and buying of the stock exchanges. So such securities include shares and debentures issued by the public companies which are duly listed at the stock exchange, and bonds and debentures issued by the government, public corporations and municipal and port trust bodies. So these are the things that we have to see. And next one, the stock exchanges are indispensable for the smooth and orderly functioning of corporate sector in a free market economy. So it is one of the main thing the status, like if you think that the economy should be developed, then one of the major contribution that you have to focus on is into the stock exchanges. So it is the main way, like how the business expansion goes to a very gigantic development and improvement. A stock exchange needs not to be treated as a place for a speculation or a gambling den. It should act as a place for safe and profitable investment. For this, effective control on the working of stock exchange is necessary. This will avoid misuse of this platform for excessive speculation, scams and other undesirable and anti-social activities. So London Stock Exchange is the most popular stock exchange in the world, if you see, and this you will get it for 1 mark. And while the Bombay Stock Exchange, I already told you, the Bombay Stock Exchange is the oldest stock exchange in India, and the stock exchange exists and operates in other parts of the world also. So here you have the names of the stock exchange. Please have a note of this. You'll be getting it for 1 marks. So here you have the definition for the stock exchange. So you need to learn the definitions. The Indian Security Contract Regulation Act of 1956. The definition is very, very important. So you'll be getting this for the short answers, or during the exams also you'll be getting this question. Define stock exchange is one of the repeated question. So please learn this definition. So you will be getting the Securities Contract Regulation Act is very, very important. Please read that definition and keep it thorough. So next we'll go for the functions of stock exchange. The functions of stock exchange. The various functions of a stock exchange are explained below. So what are the various functions of stock exchange? So first one, ready and continuous market. What is ready and continuous market? So if you want to sell any shares in a stock exchange, so what you must do is, what is a ready and continuous market? It means like in a stock exchange, a market where for existing securities, if an investor wants to sell a securities, he can easily and quickly dispose them of on a stock exchange. In other words, he can convert his shares into a cash, and with the same ease he can convert his cash into securities also. That is what ready and continuous market. So if you want to sell the stocks, you can sell it off and you can get back the cash, or if you want to buy the stocks, you can pay the cash and you can get the stocks also. So both are possible. The conversion of securities into cash easily and quickly and consequently raises their value. So this is what the ready and continuous market. So next one is correct evaluation of security. So what is correct evaluation of securities? The price at which securities are bought and sold are recorded and made public. So it means, so what amount, like if you just go into your TV channels, you can see the NDTV profit channel over there. So you see indices like the up and green arrows, like green arrow will be for up and the red arrows will be for down. So where it will indicate the stock prices. So if the price of the stock is going to go high, then you will see it in a green arrow and it will be indicated with the green color. And if the stock price is going to go down, then you will see it in a red arrow. It will be denoted by a red arrow where the price will go down. So it will be in a down arrow. So it shows like what is the price, the real price of the security or the shares. And it is like a common thing, like where you can go and purchase. Anyone who wants to buy a stock, you can just go into the website and you can just see the price which will be common for everyone who is going to purchase the same share. And that is what we call it as a market quotation. It means it is the quotation, it is a price which is being fixed, and it is called as the market quotation. One can easily evaluate the worth of one securities on the basis of these quotations. So if you want to buy the stocks or if you want to buy the securities, like based on the money what you have it in your hand, you can just calculate and like how much you want to buy, so you will be able to purchase according to that. So next one, protection to investors. What is protection to investors? I already told you. SEBI is one of the regulatory body which controls and monitors the securities and stocks. So it means it will, protects the investors. It means the interest of the investors being protected by the stock exchanges. It is one of the major function which is very, very important in a stock exchange. So if you see here, all the dealings in a stock exchanges are in accordance with the well-defined rules and regulations. So you have a proper rules and regulations. I already told you, if you were in a school, then you have to follow all the rules and regulations in a school. Like same way, SEBI also have some rules and regulations which has to be followed by everyone who is going to deal with the stocks and securities. So they have their own kind of rules and regulation that they must follow if you want to invest into it. For example, brokers cannot charge higher rate of commission. Here, even for the brokers also, they have some norms where they should not, the price which they fix for the commission should not be more than the fixed, the charges that is being claimed by them. So no other extra go is there for them, and no malpractice also will not take place, because everything being severely monitored and it has been regulated. So all have been taken like a rule and which has been followed. So where you can't, if you want to just purchase a stock, it is that you have to follow all the rules and regulation. You have to clearly go through the rules and norms, and then you have to proceed by buying the stocks. So proper channelization of capital. What is proper channelization of capital? So let's see what it is. So what is proper channelization of capital? So it means if you want to see, when you are investing into any stocks, what you will do? You want to invest to a good stock, isn't it? So you will just check whether the growth of that particular stock is very good. That particular company's got a good name, and the stocks are increasing. It means it has a very good growth. So that is one of the major functions in a stock exchange. That is called as a proper channelization of capital. So what capital you want to invest? So based on the channelization and based on your profit, you will be investing into the profit, into the capital. So next one, aid to capital formation. It means the publicity which the stock exchange gives to various industrial securities and their prices and the facilities provided by it for their purchase and sale induce people to save and invest. So if you know the repetitive name, and if you want to just have a part of, you want to become a part of the shareholder of a very big company, then it's very easy that very famous, very big companies, any big companies, you will just go into it and you'll just purchase the share and you will say, yeah, I've got a share into this company. So what it makes is, because of the promotion, it will help them, the investors, to invest and to get a good capital formation. The next one you have is facilities for speculation. What is facilities for speculation? So if you want to, the speculation is an integral part of a stock exchange operations. As a result of speculation, demand for and supply of securities are equalized. It means the demand and the supply is also being equalized over here, and similarly price movements are rendered smoothly. So here, because of the stock exchange operations and integral means internal part, because of the speculation means the increase and the up and down of the prices. So you can't just the expectation of the price, it might go up or it can go down, because based on the demand of the buyers. So that is called a speculation. So you can't expect like whether the price will go up or it will go down. So that is what is a major thing in a stock exchange. So when there is a high demand, the price will go up, and when there is a low demand is nothing but the intention of people to buy the products. That is what's demand. So that kind of thing, it is one of the integral part of a stock exchange. So as a result of speculation, demand for and supply of securities are equalized. So because of this kind of demand, what will happen? The demand also and the supply also will be equalized. Demand and supply will be equal. Then next one, seasoning of securities. What is seasoning of securities? Speculators and underwriters hold for a temporary period securities issued by new companies. They unlock and a moment please. They unlock them when the market is prepared to observe the new issues. So what is this? Actually, what happens in the seasoning of securities? It means speculators and underwriters. Underwriters are the people who hold a large amount of shares with them. The stocks or securities, they will buy it for a large amount and then they will have it with themselves. So here what happens is they will have it for a huge amount and they unlock them when the market is prepared to observe the new issues. It means when there is they will have it for a long time, and until the people get to know about the product and they start selling the product, they will get to know about the products. Next one, clearing house of the business information. Listed companies are required to furnish all important information relating to capital management, dividend distribution, etc., and forward copies of the financial statements, annual reports, etc., to the stock exchange. They publish every year books detailing the financial positions of the company. Thus it gives the vital information to investing the public for deciding on investment. So clearing house of business information means what all the information it is there that will be furnished to the people, and it is very clearly exposed to everyone, and it is being published also every year. So with this, everyone is able to know like what is the status of the product and what is the status of the particular stock, whether you have a profit or whether you have a loss. That everything is very clear over here. So next topic is features of stock exchange. Okay. So features of stock exchange. So what are the features of stock exchange? These are various qualities of a stock exchange. Such qualities are enumerated below. So like we are going to see the features of stock exchange now. The first one, market for securities. What is market for securities? Stock exchange is a market where securities of corporate bodies, government and semi-government bodies are bought and sold. So we know very well it is a place where we buy the securities from the government as well as from the private people, and then we will buy and sell the securities over there. The next one is deals in second-hand securities. What is second-hand securities? So like when you buy a product from the outsider, what you will do? maybe you have new goods also, or few other people will be interested in second hand goods also, right? Like same way, the securities we have, which is even with the second hand securities, it means it deals with shares, debentures, bonds and such securities already which are issued by the company. So for example, if you're going to start a new company and your securities, your stocks are going to trade it for the first time, then that is new issues. When you're buying it for the next time, that is it is for the second time it has been applicable in the market, is available in the market for buying, then that is called as a second hand securities. Okay, so already existing company, their stocks have been traded, then that is a second hand securities. So in short, it deals with existing and second hand securities, and hence it is called secondary market. It regulates trade in securities. What is trade? So stock exchange does not buy or sell any securities on its own account. So if you want to buy or if you want to sell the stocks, you can't do it on your own. So you need some exchange, the way of medium of exchange where you have to sell your products, right? So it merely provides the necessary infrastructure and facilities for the trade in securities to its members and brokers who trade in the securities. So you need some mediatories for them to sell the products. Maybe you'll have brokers and all who are involved in it, and you'll be buying the products and you'll be selling it for some commission, or they'll be getting some brokerage for that. It regulates the trade activities so as to ensure the free and fair trade. So allows dealings only in listed securities. So I already told you about SEBI, and SEBI is a place where all the stocks have been listed. So there even you have it will only allow the people who have already maintained a list with the securities. So many companies have already traded in the names have been listed in the securities. They have so many procedures for that. Only if their company name is already entered and if it is being added into their list, they'll be able to sell or buy the stocks in the stock exchange. So that is the stock exchange. It maintains an official list of securities that could be purchased and then sold on its floor. Securities which do not figure in the official list of stock exchange are called unlisted securities. Such unlisted securities cannot be traded in the stock exchange. So if you want to sell any stocks, first of all your company name should be listed in the stock exchange. If it is not unlisted, you can't buy or even you can't sell any stocks. That is what is one of the condition you have. I already told you, you have various, you need to follow the rules and regulation, isn't it? So the next point is transactions effected only through members. What is transactions? So transactions means, so when you are buying or selling, that is called as a transaction. So that is done only through the members. So you should be a registered member with the SEBI. If you're not registered with SEBI, you won't have the liability to buy or sell the product. So that is what all the transactions in the securities at the stock exchange are effected only through its authorized brokers and members. Outsiders or direct investors are not allowed to enter in the trading circles of the stock exchange. Investors have a buy or sell the securities at the stock exchange through the authorized brokers only. So only the authorized people or the authorized brokers are able to buy or sell the products in a SEBI. Association of members. What is association of members? So it is a stock exchange is a place where it is association of persons or a body of individual which may be registered or unregistered. So it is I already told you, it is a regulatory body. It has been registered and controlled by the stock exchange, the SEBI Act. So it is a body of individual which is registered. Okay, and it is a place where the associated people join together to do the the transaction of stocks and securities. Recognition from the central government. Yeah, of course you have the recognition when you do the exchange with the stock exchange. So that recognition is there from the central government. Working as per the rules. So they have certain, I already told you, the norms have been set already, and you have to just follow the rules and regulations which have been set by SEBI. So that SEBI guidelines should be followed, and there should not be any deviation. If they're going to do any deviation, then they need to they have to, any case of if they don't follow the rules, then they have to find the consequences according to the rule. And then specific location. Stock exchange is a particular marketplace where authorized brokers come together daily on working days on the floor of market called trading circles and conduct trading activities. I already told you, like you have a BSE, Bombay Stock Exchange. There every day the stocks have been traded, and you find the stocks up and down. The green color indicates the price in the stock, up in the price, and the red indicates the price, the less in the price, and all this indication, it will show you like whether the price have gone up or come down. And so all this, like every day the market is a place where the market takes place every day, and it is like authorized brokers are also there who will be helping you for buying and selling the products. And even if you want to get some advice from them, even that also you can get from them. Financial barometers. Stock exchange are the financial barometers and development indicators of national economy of the country. When I started this lesson, what I told you was stock exchange is a major one of the major resource by which it will contribute to the national economy. So if you don't have a proper stock exchange, if you don't have this kind of system, then you will not have a proper kind of development, because by this a business also grows, as well as the shares or stocks, or as well as the buyers, everything come into contact. So this is one of the major barometer where it will contribute to the national economy. So still this your features of stock exchange get over. So let's see the next topic now, benefits and limitations of stock exchange. The benefits of stock exchange are classified into benefits to the community, a company, and investor. So when you're just going to do a business, you have to see different peoples are involved. So maybe the buyers are involved, the sellers are involved, the dealers are involved. So now we are going to see about the benefits of stock exchange. So you have it under three categories. Benefits to the community first. The first one is economic development. Stock exchange plays a major role in development of the economy. So where when you buy or when you sell the stocks, your economy is going to develop meanwhile. And fundraising platform, it is a place where you raise your fund. Your stocks have been traded, your securities have been listed already. So if you want to raise more funds, you can just introduce more shares, and you can raise your funds. Tools to divert resources. What is tools to divert resources? It means scarce sources are thus diverted to efficiently run enterprises for better utilization. So wherever you want to find your resource, so wherever you find a less resource, you can divert it, and you can use your resources in an effective way, so that you can get your better utilization of resources. Capital formation. It encourages capital formation. So wherever you wanted to invest the capital, there you'll be able to you'll be encouraged to form the capital formation. Fundraiser for government. What is fundraiser? It enables the government to raise funds for undertaking projects through sale of securities on the stock exchange. So even the government also is going to raise a fund for undertaking the projects, and through which the sale of securities on the stock exchange takes place. The stock exchange serves as a platform for raising the public debts also. So now let's go with the benefits to the company. So what are the benefits to the company? The first one that we have is enhances the goodwill or reputation. So when you just see the stock exchange, like what are the benefits you will be getting when you are a company? Then that is the first one is goodwill. You will get a good reputation, and you will get a goodwill. You know what is goodwill, right? So goodwill, it is a good name, the good name that you earn for your company. Maybe your company is running for a very long time, and you get a good name for your company. You already earned a good name, so that is a goodwill actually. So that kind of goodwill and reputations are it is one of the major benefit to a company. Next one, wide market. You'll be able to that is the stock market is a place where you're going to invest, you're going to introduce your product, and you're going to get a wide market for it, because so many investors or so many buyers are going to get interacted with the stock exchange. So you'll get a wide market over there. The next one that we have is raises huge funds. Of course, we'll be able to fetch more funds, because other people, so many big other people are going to come, and where you're going to get more funds. Increases bargaining strength. It means bargaining strength. What is increases bargaining strength? It will increase your strength. Stock exchange also helps you to improve your strength, where you will be getting, you'll be able to improve your increase your capital, as well as you'll be able to improvise your strength also. Benefits to investors. What is your benefits to investors? What is your benefits? So when you're investor, like what are the benefits that you will derive? First one, liquidity. Liquidity means what? Liquidity, you want to whenever you want to convert the stocks into cash, you'll be able to easily do it, and that is your liquidity. Adding collateral value of security. What is adding collateral value of security? It means, for example, you wanted to use the fact that a security is dealt on a stock exchange makes it a good collateral security for obtaining loan from the banks. Of course, if you have a certificate, share certificate or a stock certificate, you can just to go to a bank and you can say, yeah, I have invested and I have got so much amount invested into that particular share certificate. You can show and you can say, I want some financial support. So you'll be able to use it like a collateral security. You know what is the collateral, right? For security reasons, you can give it to the bank, and for an assurity, you can take money from that. That is what is collateral value. Investor protection. So where you will be able to protect the investor also. The interest of the investors are being protected, because they very well know it has to follow all the rules and regulation. So here the interest of the investors is being protected in an effective way. Assessing the real worth of security. So yeah, of course, your security value the real value of the security have been monitored and been assessed. Mechanism to trade security. So stock exchange provides a mechanism by which purchase and sale of listed securities take place in a matter of few minutes. You know very well. So if you want to do, before and all, if you want to buy stock or if you want to sell a stock, you need to go to the stock exchange manually, and then you have to do it. But now it is not like that. Everything is done through online. You have an online buying and selling process, where it is very easy for you all to trade, and if you want to sell also, you can do it in a second itself. So that mechanism, it's very much, you have so much of high security basis, where your details are not going to get shared with others also. So this kind of mechanism is one of the big benefit to the investors. So next we have to see is the limitations of a stock exchange. So what are the limitations of stock exchange? Lack of uniformity and control of stock exchange. So there is no proper uniformity. You can't say like when your stock will go up or go down. You won't have the assurity whether you are going to earn only profit or when the loss will occur. You can't say all that. That uniformity is not there. When there is a demand, you will get profit, and when there is when the people are not going to come for buying, then you will get a loss. So all this is there. And control of stock exchange. So that is one of the first limitation. Absence of restrictions on the membership of stock exchange. So you don't have any restriction. If you want to become a member, you don't have any restriction at all. Very easily you can become a member. So where even fraudulent people can come into and contact with can have a member with the stock exchange. Failure to control the unhealthy speculation. You're not able to understand like when the price will go up. That is unhealthy, right? If you are able to buy a product, then you should know whether you will be able to get the profit or you'll be able to get a loss at one particular time. So if it's a loss, no one will, of course, no one will be interested in investing. But though we should be able to know like how that kind of thing, at least up to one particular level, we should be able to predict like what will be the profit or what will be, whether you'll be able to get the profit or not. So that should be there. That failure is like one of the major disadvantage. Allowing more than one charge in the place. So you will have more persons in one place itself, it seems. So that is one of the big disadvantage. Non-insistence of margin requirement in stock exchange, or in the case of reduced exchange. So non-insistence. So if you're going to invest the money into a stock exchange, so you're not going to give any margin, and if you're going to do any kind of transaction, you're not being taken, you're not asked to pay any margin requirement or amount or nothing. So that is one of the disadvantage. No proper regulation of listing of securities on the stock exchange. Yeah, of course, that listing is not done properly, it seems. So that is one of the disadvantages. So these 6 are the disadvantages of the stock exchanges. Limitations of stock exchange, or limitations or disadvantages of stock exchanges. So still here. So still here we will stop. So the next class we will see about the stock exchanges in India. Okay. Thank you, students.